Hello, this is Yann and
I don't know it now. Positive poker.
we are back for episode 8 of Project Plus.
No, it's number 9, but never mind.
9? Never mind.
The new intro today. No, we're back.
Yeah.
We have theory video today. And I got an input on YouTube. I got an awesome comment. It's Claudio Bernasconi. He's always giving great feedback. And this time, under the last video, 10 hands of NL2, that was Project Plus number 7, he wrote a really valuable comment. I think the order of importance of the different factors is something you can talk about in the future. So it's our thinking process and what we should get into there. There are your cards, your position, your opponent's position, their stack size, bet size, hot stats, 3-bet versus 2-bet pot, card and flop. I think understanding when to consider what information is important is key. 100%, really good input. Otherwise, it's overwhelming. I don't think looking at 3-bet percentages just should influence pre-flop decision-making in 90% of the time. At 2NL, we want to keep it simple and not lose our brains over a single hand and make it more complex than it is. 100%, I'm on point there. Again, thanks for the awesome feedback, always commenting, keeping it positive, wishing up good luck. These are the guys, all great support here. That's awesome. So we have to make it happen just for you guys. And that's why we're here now. This is a great input, I'd say. We want to think about what to consider when we make a decision. So yeah, let's go. I'll leave you some input, Leon. What do you think? What do we want to consider? What is important? Where we want to start?
Should we do it in order, maybe?
Yeah. So what would you say? Okay, we know our game setting. We're playing cash game. That's going to change if you play sit and goes or spin and goes. There's going to be a different approach. We play cash game on 2NL, Microstakes, 100 big blinds deep. We get dealt a hand, what we want to consider.
So first, maybe, do we even go to the table selection? Or?
I'd say we're on a table, we open the table, okay, and we start with there.
Okay, because then first thing I do when I open the table, I look for the short stacks.
Yeah, good point, I like it.
More short stacks there are and more fun players it might be. Yeah, so I take them and then I start seeing some hands. So then it depends on the hands I have because I would not play with anything.
Okay, let's say we get dealt a hand. What's our first thinking process here? What we want to consider?
So the position I have.
Really good. I'd say so too. Position, first of all, that's something we can already control even before getting dealt a hand. We want to have a blueprint. We're UTG, we're button. We're going to play these hands and that hands. Okay, perfect. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because depending on the position, we will not open the same hands.
Exactly, yeah.
Then I will also take a look at the profiles of the guy, because even if I have some hands I would open theoretically, depending on who is behind me, or yeah, maybe I will take a brief look before opening my hands or 3-betting or so.
Yeah, sure. I'd say the next thing on the list is the action. What happened? Okay. What happened? Single raise pot, someone unopened, someone raised before us. I'd say we consider that, right? Okay, then what's the next thing?
I don't know, maybe.
I'd say now comes the most obvious and important part.
My cards?
Yes, our hand, our hold cards. Maybe we can even put some values on these, how important these are. We can do that later. We want to focus, okay, we looked at the table, seems okay to play. We're in a certain position and now we see our action. Next one comes our hand. We want to play different if it's an unopened pot or someone raised in front of us, right? So now we need to consider, is this hand good enough or good enough to play or not? Is it yeah? What else to consider? Sorry, wrong video. Yes, you have some input, some ideas?
No, but yeah, it depends on a lot on the action also. If the player limps, what do we do? If the player raises before, what do we do?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. The most important factor, I'd say, is looking simply at it is our hand. That's really important. If we see we have a trash hand, we already can recognize, no, this is not great. This won't have. What is going on here? I'm somewhere. Get out. Get out. What is this random? What? I can't make the plus. Okay. I'd say, man, this is so dumb. What a dumb stuff here. I'd say the hand.
Yeah, it tries to make
a new formula. I'd say the hand is really important. 50% value. That's a big factor to consider. If we have a trash hand, just fold, no matter what happened before us.
Except in the small blind, I guess big blind if he only folds.
Yeah, that's 10 exploits. We'll come to that, I'd say. Next thing is against who we play. Then we can make adjustments. Tendencies. Someone, as you said, always folding in the big blind. We can adjust this. We can open more hands. I'm a bit worried this gets too complicated now. Did I set it up a bit complicated? I'd say we take a new approach here. Okay, we look at the hand. No, but we still need to get the process. Table selection is done. Position is okay. Action is okay for our hand to play. This is kind of, these things happening are, how do you say, a predetermination for what's going on here, I'd say. What else? We got some good input here. Let's put it back up. Yeah, the action is important. Flop. That's post flop, sure.
Also, how much people are playing in the pot, actually?
Yeah, that's gonna come in the action. Multi-way, so that's really important. Multi-way or not. There's a lot of, we can put it like this. There's a lot of feedback. And good enough to VPIP. I'm a bit, feel like I'm not getting the point in a simple way here. What else could we put on the list now? Maybe we go into some examples.
Yes.
A great thing is here EP versus out of position. We want to play way more hands in position compared to out of position. Obviously. What else? Table selection. Yeah. Good table. Some more points?
Maybe if we take a look at a hand and
yeah.
my thinking process on it.
In my mind, I wanted to gather down a good blueprint to go through your head.
Okay.
I'd say stats we want to consider at some point, but as Claudio also said, it's not our main consideration. This gets, and at the end we think about, can we exploit some tendencies or make some different adjustments? Maybe we don't need more numbers. As he said, this is really down low in the list. First, we want to keep it simple. Is it a good table? What's our position? What happened before us? Yeah, 3-bet pots are gonna play way different than single raise pots, stuff like that. You have some ideas?
Not so much.
Man, I'm not too happy with this,
Not so
honestly.
much, and it's a bit difficult because then you speak also about post-flop, and then then it depends a lot on the actions as well.
Let's keep it now. Maybe we can we get some points. Let's start with some hands, and then we'll see if we get on some more inputs. Okay, we have a hand here. Okay, let's get through it.
Yes. So you have jacks in the small blind.
Keeping in mind. Okay, first thing, what's on our list?
The table selection.
Yes. Is it an okay table?
Yes, because I have one guy which is 80 big blind.
Okay, good point. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. We'll play the table. Second thing, what's our position?
I am out of position, but I have a strong hand.
Small blind. Let's see the action. Yeah, let's go through it.
So the button opens. So it's a single raise pot finally.
It's yeah. You might it's open raise. Yeah.
Yeah, open raise. Okay.
This might change. Yeah, I like the sizing.
So it's
fine.
Three bet. The big blind folds. And he calls.
Okay, good. Already something popped in my mind. We want to consider their sizings. That's way more important than, let's say, them having tricky stats or so for now. So our hand should be good enough, right? Let's, yeah, good enough to free bet. And he calls. Yeah, it's fine. He's not full stacked. Maybe a bit of an indication. Next thing, the flop. Okay.
The flop comes out 8, 7, 10 with 2 diamonds.
We want to put in the flop. Where do we put it in? I'd say this comes next. Flop comes here, I'd say. What do you think? That's a big factor, changing a lot of stuff.
Yes. Maybe I would just put the opponent tendencies before even the hand, because on some hands I don't even care the hand I want. I just that was the example I had before. With if I am in the small blind and big blind folds everything, or it's playing 7%, then I will always open even with 7 deuce.
The thing is, I'd say so. But I think it's more important. Our hand is more important because we don't have, our read needs to be really good to make that a thing. I'd say our hand is more important than the exploit for now. I know what you mean because it started before.
Yes.
But I would say if we want to keep it simple, our hand is the most... Yeah, this is tricky to set up because it's different areas, kind of.
Because finally, even tendencies and stats are overall the whole hands.
Yeah.
It's not at some point in.
Maybe we can put it here somewhere.
Yeah, or maybe this way. Because at some point it's all in every hand.
But I'd say we want to focus. This is the main basic blueprint where we're gonna go through, and the other stuff is an add-on, I'd say. To keep it simple. Even this one. This is all add-ons, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's important what we don't know for the first moment. Yeah, it's a bit tricky to set this up, to come up with a good system. I'd say the first thing is position, then action, then hand, then the run out. Yeah, I'd leave it like this for now. It's a bit tricky. Okay, maybe you guys have a good input how to set it up in a more structured way in the comments. Okay, flop. Flop, good or not? What do you think?
Good flop.
Good flop, yeah, we flop equity, we flop a gather. I'd definitely put this in as an important point here. And I have too many sheets open. What is going on?
The board texture?
Yeah, board texture. Good for our hand or not? That's a huge point, let's say. Good or not for our hand? Our specific hand. We don't want to think about ranges at all for now. Not on 2NL. That's higher stakes stuff. That's a really good point. Yes. Okay, let's go. What is it? What would you say?
So on this flop, the flop is a bit wet.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8-7 of diamonds, which might give a little bit of a flush draw with the jack high, but we don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
I still have another pair with the jacks because
another point here. Yes, you talked about something already.
All the draws, you mean? Maybe
lockers.
Blockers, okay.
You talked about the jack of diamonds and having those. That's gonna be a thing, but really low on the list. That's gonna have a tiny influence.
So finally we have another pair.
Mm-hmm.
We have a little straight draw as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's in general it's a good flop for us.
Mm-hmm. I'd say something we want to keep in mind already. This would be now in the middle here also. Do we wanna go broke or not with our hand? That's a huge consideration. This starts on the flop. Maybe we put this a bit down. Do we gonna go broke with our hand or not? And that's gonna influence if we have two streets or how we size. What's the stack to pot ratio? Stack to pot.
Because you're considering put it
2 street. What? Sorry?
Because on this hand you're considering going broke.
I'd say this hand on a brick runout is good enough to go broke on this flop in a 3-bet pot. Because the big thing is here the stack to pot ratio. That's a huge factor. Let me see. Man, this is tricky. Again, I'm not sure if it's the most structured way, but we'll figure something out. One thing is here, there's 25 PB in the pot, and he just has 68 left. We have an overpair. I'd say, how much does he have? Not even 3 times pot left. If he had 600 PB, or we were 600 PB deep, this is way different if it's 20 times the pot left. Then we don't want to go broke. The smaller the stack to pot ratio is, the more we want to go broke with not so strong hands, let's say. This is still an overpair. It's a strong hand on this board. But let's say there was 25 PB in the middle and he just has 5 PB left.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, then he will put them anyway.
We put it in with any 2 cards, even ace high we put it in. So the smaller, the less money is behind compared to the pot, the wider we go broke. And as a rule of thumb, and this was back in the days, old school stuff, but I think it's good because we wanna keep it simple. Man, stack to pot ratio is a huge factor. I'd say we put this in here as a main point. 13. Maybe we don't want to do the list. I'll need to cut this all out. No. Sorry, guys. It's all raw here. I'd say stack to pot ratio is a huge factor. Already on the flop. I mean, mainly on the flop. It's just considered there. Do we gonna go broke or not? Man. Okay. I'd say, as a rule of thumb, let's put this more down even. Say, as a rule of thumb, overpair, and there's a stack to pot ratio under 5. It's SPR. Under 5, we can go broke on average. We go broke. It's not always that case, but I'd say this is a good rule of thumb. Even if we had 100 BB behind, I would say we can go broke. If we have an overpair or top pair, top kicker, that's similar.
Okay.
But one thing here is this is definitely good enough to go broke. The thing is here, how do we get the money in? Do we want to go 2 streets, 3 streets? I would say there's a lot of things we can do. We can, standard would be just value betting, going half. I wouldn't go too small to draw a board or not. Another big thing here. Man, there's so many things to consider. And I should get that on point here. Okay. For textures, a really good point here. Let's put that later for texture. Is it good or not for our hand? That's the first thing. Then board texture. That's gonna have a huge influence on our bet sizing and if we want to bet or not. Bet sizing. Are there draws? Draws. We want to bet bigger, right? They can call a lot of money. Is it dynamic? Any change on a lot of turns and rivers? So maybe we want to put more money in now. Yeah. What do we want to consider here? I'd say in thinking about that stuff. Is it dry?
Is it dry? No, it's wet. Wet flop.
I speak now wrong. It's not dry. Are there a lot of draws on that flop?
Yes.
Yes, a lot of draws. So we're incentivized to bet larger or smaller?
Larger.
Yes. We want to get value now. I like it.
Way I did more than half pot.
I like the big size, yeah. Just to keep it simple, we can get value by so many hands. Pocket 9s, 9-8, 10 jack, gut shot and top pair. I like it, yeah. What happens? Easy game. Easy game. As we said, we get it in here. He can have ace 10 here. Yeah, I like the jam. Even pocket 5s, yeah. You see on 2.5 people just, and he gets there. Nice hand. But well played, yeah. I like the big size. I like going broke. The pot is so small compared. Let's say, okay, reconsider. Think about the hand. He jams 600 BB here. What do we do?
I fold.
Yeah, exactly. Unless we have a set or a really strong hand, we just need to fold. It's so much money.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's things we want to consider. Okay. Let's go on. Another hand. Let's go through our awesome list. Yeah.
So.
Yes.
I will just put the list on my left.
Okay.
So on this hand, I have ace king in the under the gun, middle position.
Yes, really good. Yes, consider that because sometimes we think, okay, we sometimes miss people sitting out and we think it's under the gun, but it's not in reality. Yeah, we're in MP. Okay. What's our blueprint here? We want to have the range in mind already. What we're playing is ace king in there. Good enough to VPIP?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We open.
Okay. I decide to open.
3 BB seems fine. What happens?
Color.
We get one call, yeah.
Yes, 2 colors.
2 colors.
And it folds.
Okay. Big point here to consider. What is it?
The position.
Yes. We're out of position. Not a great spot. Yeah, good. 3 ways.
Yes.
Really good point here. We're multi-way. So that's something I'd say I make those big or... How can we do this? Do we just put a color? No. Sorry for messing around here. I'll just put it big. It's a bit messy, right?
Mm.
What could we do? Underline it. Durchgestrichen. No. What could we put on here? Let's maybe tag it like this. Okay. Ah, I don't love it. Sorry, guys. How could we put this? Just to emphasize it more. Yellow. Yeah, let's say we do it like this. Multi-way, that's a huge factor. These are all really big factors. And this not so much. Oh, let's put it back, man. This is all on the go, live content. I'm sorry. Okay, what's to consider? What do we want to adjust by us playing multi-way here? 3 ways.
Sizings?
Yeah?
I would say in general, even though I don't see the flop yet, but in general, you would like to size bigger? Against multi-way?
It depends. The thing is, multi-way, you have some pressure on the ranges because there's people behind acting. So in general, the solver likes to size down. But I'd say this depends more on the board texture and stuff. If we have a good hand, if we want to put money in. You said you want to bet bigger on general, right? Because it's multi-way.
Yeah, I would say in general. Yeah, in general, I would say yes, but...
I would not say it's a huge thing. I would rather consider, okay, what's the flop, what hands can call us, and stuff like that. A huge thing here is, how do we wanna adjust if there's more people in the pot? We wanna get money in loose or not?
No, you want to hit something on the flop, I know.
Be really careful. Yeah. Relative hand strength. An overpair heads up is really strong. An overpair 6 ways, we need to be careful because there's so many possible sets and stuff, right?
Yes.
Multi-way, we want to be way... man, I'd like to put so many points in here. I'm not sure. But we'll keep it like this. Okay. This is so tricky. Basically, we want to play way tighter. Let's say there's a flop, king, 7, 8. If we're 6 way, it's tricky. Heads up, it's a great flop for us. Okay, let's consider.
Almost.
Ooh, close.
King 10, 7.
I'd say 3 ways, it's still a really strong hand. Yeah, okay.
With 2 hearts also.
There's straws, it's drawy. Something we want to consider for bet sizing.
I am out of position.
You're out of position. Say, to keep it simple, what do we do on 2NL here?
We bet.
We bet. What sizing?
A bit less than half, I would make.
I would keep it simple. How's the texture?
It's drawy.
It's drawy, so we wanna
bet bigger.
Exactly. There's so many hands which will call any size. Queen Jack, 8, 9, hearts. I love it. Great.
I did. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. We want to consider, we can get so much value by worse hands. That's awesome. Yeah, just keep it big. Okay.
It folds.
Call.
Button calls.
Okay, that's fine. Next point here, an important one. How's the turn? Good or bad?
Almost a brick, I would say. It hits. He might have 5s. Okay. But he would he have called 5s until now? I don't know. I don't think he would have called 5s with 10 BB raise.
Good point. Yeah, great. You're getting the points about hand trading.
He might have. Okay, let's say ace 5 suited, something like this. He might still be there.
Don't think too much. Don't think into what helps him.
Okay.
Just think in general, does it help him or not?
No.
No. It's a great turn. It changes nothing almost.
Okay.
There's more draws. That can be. He can have a hand like Jack 9 of diamonds.
But at this point, they block the ace of diamonds. So...
Blockers don't matter.
Okay.
It's a point on the bottom of the list.
Yes.
It doesn't matter at all. Let's put it, don't even consider it. It's a point, but it's not important. The thing we want to consider, the simple thing, does it help or not? Did it?
No.
No. So can we still value bet?
Yes.
Yes. What's our sizing here?
I made a bit larger than half because we're only two-way now. Only two-way. Yeah, we're only two-way. It's heads up.
Say the thing we want to consider here, is it draw or not? What can call us? What is his range? How much can his range call? What do you think?
Well, with Queen Jack, he would call anyway, I think.
Yes, good point.
Maybe even Jack 9, maybe tough, I would say. There's still a lot of things which will call any sizing.
Think about Jack 9, it's a double gather. The 8 or the Queen, so it's almost like Queen Jack.
Yeah, Queen Jack almost, yeah.
There's so many hands which will call any size, I'd say. He's never gonna fold a king. There's so many possible draws, it's so dynamic. I would say we can go broke still. If he has a better hand, GG. If he has now King 5 of clubs, then or 7-5, then it's just what it is. He can have, but that's gonna be a really small part. Let's say we wanna get another thing, we wanna size in a way that we can get it all in on a blank river or so. If we bet 25, then there's gonna be 80 on the river in the pot, and we can almost set up a shove on the river.
Okay.
I'd go really big here.
Okay.
Think about, there's so many hands, 7-8 of diamonds, that will call any size.
Yeah.
King Jack, ace 10 of diamonds. No, we have the ace, but it's fine.
So you would go almost 25 plus big blind?
I would go huge here, yeah. I would go really big. Okay, next one.
He calls.
Okay.
And comes the king.
Think about the river. What is it, good or bad?
Good.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, sure.
One king just one king left, and he might not have an ace high kicker.
Yeah, just think simple. Think about our hand. We still beat all the hands we beat before. It doesn't improve him.
This, and it has no flush draw. There's no flush coming inside also.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it doesn't improve him. That's a great point. Same thing to consider here. Does it help opponent? No.
No.
No, yes or no. That's gonna influence if we want to keep betting or checking. No way. That's a complete brick. And the thing is, there's so many hands which can call us worse hands. All the king X, as you said, all the worst king X. What do you think? What's your thinking now?
I don't want to bet I don't think I want to bet so large, because I just want to make him call little things, like maybe some tens left or things he might still have. Because
I see where you're coming from, but I would say we want to go. What?
I want to fin bet.
Fin value bet, yeah.
Fin value bet, yeah.
But think about, this is a run out where there's hands in his range which will call us. If he has a king, how much does he call?
Always.
Always, any size. If we jam here, he's never gonna fold a king.
But if he has one.
Yeah, if he has one, yeah.
That's the only hand he will call all in with.
Yeah, but think about, would he call a 10 or a 7 once we bet large flop, large turn? Maybe. It might be, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of lines we can go here. I would even be, let's say if we jam, he might even call a 10 sometimes. I can see that on the NL2, seriously. He might just not believe you. Another king, he thinks this guy has nothing and calls you down with Jack 10.
Okay.
I would say we want to maximize. The thing is, there's parts of his range which fold anyways. If he has a busted draw, he's gonna fold no matter size we bet. So I would go huge here.
Would you put?
Sorry?
Would you put?
I would even jam.
Okay.
I would overbet jam.
This is.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Another thing is, we could also argue, okay, the check is as good as the jam. His things which will call the jam, which will bet anyways. If he has king queen, he bets himself, right?
Yes.
If he has a king, he bets himself. And the bonus for a check is that if he has a draw, he can bluff maybe. But then again, this comes down to now, if he ever calls a 10 against this size, then it's our jam is way better because he's going to check back the 10x.
Okay.
But I like the jam. I like the jam. I'd say he can call a 10 here.
Okay. He called.
That's good. If we're behind GD, yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. I would expect it to raise even somewhere with sevens, but it's well played. I like the hand.
Okay.
I would bet bigger turn though.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad. Okay, next one.
I have 5s in the middle position. One guy is not full stacked. Two guys. It falls on the under the gun, so I decide to open with 5. It's a bit limit, I think.
But, yeah, it's on the edge. Yeah, I'd say so too.
On the edge, but yeah, with the two fun players behind, and that's my friend, I think, which is 600 BB
from last session.
No, I recognize him.
Yeah, yeah, sure. It's the same table, I guess. Okay.
Oh yes, it is, and it is after the
huge hand. Yeah. Okay.
So I decide to open one color, button folds. Of course, he decides to call.
He also calls. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course he calls.
What's our consideration? We open, seems fine. The action, we go multi-way to a flop, 3 ways. So we want to be a bit careful. We want to think about our hand strength and go from there. Yeah. Okay. Is
4-5 king.
Yeah. Is it good or not? Good or not for our hand?
It is good, but I don't want to see much more cards. I want to stop here. If I see a hurt, then I'm not happy. If I see...
Yeah, there's draws. That's fine.
I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it.
One thing in your mind, I think you're scared about flushes and stuff getting there. But see this as an opportunity. We can get so much money in by draws. It's a good situation. They're not gonna always hit their draw. We want to make them pay because we get money in ahead. I'd look like this at it, not it's a bad flop, there's a draw. Just see, we have a really strong hand on a drawy board, okay? What does it do to our... Do we want to bet or not? Do we want to slow play?
No.
No way. No. I'd say this is a point we can put on slow play or not. This would be a general consideration also. But this wants to influence, okay. Draws, protection. Our hand needs protection. We don't want to give 6-7 a free card. There's some out against us. So let's say this was king 5 with a flush draw. We don't mind, but we still want to get value at say a Microstakes. Never slow play. Anyways. Okay, what's your consideration?
I would bet.
Yeah, I like it. How much? Sizing?
I think I would almost put here.
I like it, yeah. Great intuition.
I don't remember what I did, but now I see it, I would put.
Bet large. There's so many hands. If he has a king, they will always call. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So he checks. I bet only half.
Bet more. They will call anyways a lot of weak hands. Bet more. I'd go at least 8. Yeah. Okay, we get one call. Now, one thing to consider, he just has so little left. Yeah.
The pot to stack ratio now.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think? What's your thoughts? What is the turn? Good or bad?
Okay.
Does it help him?
Because maybe, yes, but yeah, with what ace king, so
it can help him. Maybe he called ace high. Yeah. But think about, does it help him in a sense? Can he beat us now? Does he beat our hand on average?
With 2 and 3, he might. Yeah.
No, just don't make it tricky. Don't think about. There's a part of his range, 100%, and maybe 5% beats us. Don't even consider it. We're always ahead, almost always.
Just put it all in because.
Yeah. It's a great turn for us. Maybe he helped a bit. I would just. There's still so many draws and stuff. I would jam probably. A king might be scared. That's the only thing, but I don't mind it. Okay, what's the runner?
Just raise and fold again.
Yeah, and now does the river help him?
Maybe, but then he has only 15 blinds left. So
think about this. We have a thinking leak, in my opinion. Here, we have a strong hand? Does this river, can this help him? In a sense that he beats us now. No. What hand? Queen 10 of hearts, the only hand.
But he would have folded already, so.
Again, please.
On the flop, he would have already almost folded on the flop.
The Queen 10 of hearts, the only one.
Yes.
Hearts. Yeah, the other Queen 10 he can't even have. So this is a good turn. It doesn't improve. Yeah. It's a good turn, and we should be ahead almost always.
Yep.
So it's definitely good enough to value bet. I would just stick it in. Yeah, if he has an ace or a king, he should call, I guess.
I think he had better.
If he has aces or jacks, GG. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's going to be such a small portion of his range that we don't even consider it. Yeah. There's always exceptions to the rule. But yeah, I'd say well played. Nice hand. I would jam turn maybe even. This got a bit tricky, I'd say. I'm not sure if we have if this is a simple. As always, you find the sheet under the video. Don't click on the results for spoilers. But if you want to see this, you can get it. You can even copy and paste it. Maybe you find a better one. Maybe you have a better one for yourself. I feel like I got into too many detailed stuff. Say we want to keep it simple. Does it help or not? Can we still value bet? How's the flop? Is it draw or not? Stuff like that. We have some of that in here, but maybe a bit. I mean, these are the main points, I'd say. We can keep it like that. These really have an impact. If there's a different river, that's gonna change a lot. Yeah. One big thing I'd say in general, do we value bet or not? What do we want to accomplish?
Almost always bet in value.
Yeah, mainly. But think about our hand. Okay, is this still a value bet or is it not? Value bet.
Or in general, you think?
I'd say in general, because sometimes we bet hands, let's say a draw, then it's a bluff. We want to make him fold, right? Then we also need to consider, okay, sizing. Do we go large or do we bet small? Sizing, yeah. This is a lot of stuff because this is real poker. Not like the rule, okay, see bet this and then you're winning player. No, this is a lot of stuff going on in your head. Yeah.
This makes it difficult also. So.
Sorry again, didn't understand.
This is what makes poker difficult also. So.
Sure. Otherwise, it would be easy.
Information, then you have to guess what is the best play. So. And
this is trying to keep it simple. If we get into solver, there's so much more going on behind the scenes. Again, let me know in the comments if this was helpful. If you have a better system, more easier one maybe, we didn't even talk about tendencies or stats or exploit. That's all really advanced stuff. We don't even have it on the point for now. Yeah. Also, this one I would put really low on the list. Let's keep it. Anyways, that should be it for today. Theory video. I like the practical part though. That should maybe help to get the point. What's your thoughts, Leafgard?
It might help me also when I will look at the sheet before going in a session.
Maybe you can find some ways to make it more simple. Like, feel free to edit it or so. Just to have decisions points. Maybe we should structure it by decision points. I tried to do that, but it's a bit tricky, yeah. Because some things are infos and some are decisions, and yeah, it's a bit messy, I say. That's it, I would say. Some last words. You have some more input?
No, I will have to apply that.
Okay, yeah. Now, again, knowledge is good, but applying it is key. Otherwise, it's worth nothing. Yeah. You can have so much knowledge. If you don't apply it in real life, it's worthless. Also in other areas, all the mental coaching stuff, it's so different. Yes, I wish you a great week. Leafgard, hopefully this one goes better.
Yes, I hope to.
I hope you just get healthy. The rest we can't influence. I mean, variance is always there. Yes. Yeah. Wish you good luck this time. Last words?
See you for the next one.
Awesome. All right. To support, as always, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And see you in the next video for week number. What is it then? 5? 5. All right. We'll crush it this week. Let's go.
See you week number 5.
See you. Bye.